We're live. It's my first live in a while. Let's see what's going on. Let's see who drops by. I am trying to pick a filter, I guess, till we get a couple watchers. I know it has been a while since y'all have seen me, chill. Which filter should I use? Let's go with documentary. That seems most appropriate here. Oh, I have to oh, okay, I have to revert it back. I have to leave it in that one. Okay, cool. Um, no, don't stop streaming. How do I drop that down? Okay. What's going on, everybody? It is Jordan Renee, as you know me. What is going on? This is Georgia, Carolina, and I'm not going to do the whole intro because I want to save it for a reference that I want to use when I do another video. But I just want to drop by and say hi, say, what's going on. I want to check in with you guys, let you know that I'm okay. um, just kind of stop by, say a couple words, address a couple things. I kind of have gotten to a point where I don't really speak on a lot unless it moves me to chorus and it's something that I feel I really should talk about. So, I initially wanted to do this live just because I wanted to, drop by and say, hey, Kiki with you guys. Apologize for being literally a float in the wind, a breath in the wind for the past 3 months or so and catch up and just, have a good time. But as you guys know, as what happens with my channel, usually I show up when pop culture intersects with social justice. So, of course, I do want to talk about all the things going on with Diana, with Garcelle, with Jax, with all the things. I want to talk about that. When I initially said I was gonna do this live, I thought we were just gonna kiki about the show. I thought we were gonna kiki about Atlanta and what a hot mess this season is. I thought we were just gonna chit chat and have fun, but it wouldn't be right if I didn't get on here and say exactly what needs to be said. This If anybody is returning to this channel, I've done a video already on the toxicity of reality TV fandoms. And this is a prime example of what I'm talking about. In what world is it ever okay to attack someone's child for the actions of a grown woman? I don't care what Garcelle said, did to Diana. I don't care what the issue was. I don't care what the beef was. Hey, Kimberly, how you doing, baby? Give me 1 second. I don't care what the beef was. I don't care what the argument was. I don't care what Garcelle said or did. At the end of the day, Jax ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't give a damn if y'all would have attacked Oliver, who was 30 years old, which I didn't. Anyway, it's just, there is no room, rhyme, reason, respect to be given for anyone who does anything of the like to another person, grown or not, let alone their child who has nothing to do with the situation. At the end of the day, Jax has dealt with enough on this goddamn show. He's already had Erica getting sloppy, piss fucking drunk and going off on him down to the party. Now he got to deal with y'all on his first week of high school. Like that, what? And then for the people to try to play it off like it's bots or to make it seem like it's any less serious or less vile or less disgusting because it's robots that are being programmed to say this stuff. At the end of the day, somebody's behind the bots. Somebody has to push the button. Know what I mean? Somebody has to put those bots into existence and say the things that they said. And at the end of the day, the one comment that I am specifically responding to is the one from the girl that was like, you would have your neck kneeled on if it wasn't for your white daddy. And if your mom doesn't apologize to Diana, you're going to deal with us. I want every single one of y'all that feels the way that that comment felt, send that smoke to me. Send that smoke to me. My social media is that BB Campbell. Send it to me. I want all that smoke. Because I will wear every last one of y'all asses out. That is a 14-year-old child. That y'all don't have nothing to do with, nothing going on, nor should he have to make a statement for his mother to put out in the first place. This is completely wild. And you know what? I had a plan to get on here and wear Diana's ass out. But in the 3 months that I've been away, I want to exercise something that I didn't always exercise before, which is decorum, and show that I have grown at least a little bit in my absence. Because I don't know if Diana has anything to do with this, but what I will say, whoever is behind this, I am going to figure out who it is. I'm going to figure out where these bots are coming from, where these comments are coming from. Every single comment I see, I'm going to respond to you. I'm looking up all of your pages. I'm typing in your name at my search bars, and I'm coming to wear every single one of y'all out. I don't care what nobody got to say. Y'all can shut all my social medias down. I don't give a damn about social media. Put me off. I do not care. But I know I'm going out, as Cynthia Bailey would say, in a blaze of glory. Because I will not stand. And mind you, this has zero to do with, this is not primarily based in Jax being a black child. Although the fact that I experience racism is provocation enough, but I felt the exact same way when I heard about all the comments being made about Portia. Portia's half Mexican, half white. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm Panamanian and black over here. But I feel the exact same way. Kids are off limits. Leave the fucking kids alone. If you want to read the parents, read the parents. They grown. They signed up for this shit. They got contracts and they checks clear. But it ain't no way I'm finna sit here and continue to let the Bravo fandom not only spew racist rhetoric and think it's okay, but also spew it on somebody's child. Let me take a quick second, cause hold on. Hey Kimberly, how you been, baby? Listen, I took a little sabbatical. Y'all can't see that video anymore because I made it private. But I did a live and I was in a really bad place and I was having a really hard time and I really just needed to take a step back. I thought that I was walking away from my channel completely, but I'm also an extremist. So sometimes when I am in a fit of mania, I can make very extremist statements like I'm never gonna come back to YouTube ever. And if you paid attention to my community tab, I did a post like a week later, um, pitching a podcast idea to you guys because I'm a creative and that's part of like my DNA. Like creativity is a part of the air molecules that I breathe. I'm not saying I breathe special air, but I'm built different. But I've just been kind of taking some time away. I've been working on my mental health. I've been working on my body as well. Um, but I've just been trying to, get myself together. I've been trying to really work on, dealing with my own things because I feel like I am someone who copes with my own trauma by exacerbating the necessity for it to not be a bigger issue. So I cope with my own trauma through advocacy, right? So I deal with my own depression by speaking out for others. That's why I have this YouTube channel. I was really channeling all of my angst, all of my anger, all of my frustration, all of the things that I was going through into speaking out about causes that I not only related to, not only suffer from, but things that I just felt passionately about. Because, if you're a frequenter of my channel, you will know that not everything that I've spoken about on my channel has to do with me directly, a la Whoopi Goldberg and the whole Holocaust issue, or Jimmy Kimmel and the whole xenophobia problem with BTS. Um, I'm an advocate of all people. So, in that, I needed to take some time to advocate for myself. And I think that the problem was I spent a lot of time advocating for everyone around me, and I didn't advocate for myself. And that was for a couple reasons. One of those reasons is because I felt like no one really advocated for me, or I felt like I didn't really have anybody to, kind of be there for me as a safe space for me. So I decided to be that safe space for other people, you know? But there is that thing where you can't give somebody what you don't have. You get what I mean? So at some point, you have to be able to take care of yourself to be able to take care of others. And while I feel like I did create a lot of great content on this channel, I feel like I did a lot of great things, made a lot of great videos. I do feel like I do have to, also take care of myself in that process. So I'm learning how to balance that out. Do you know what I mean? Um, RJB, hi. Hi, Jessica. Nice to see you guys. I appreciate you guys for being here. What do you guys want to talk about? I'm here to just chit chat for a little bit. Um, I just wanted to get that out about Garcelle's son, and I am going to uh make it my mission to make sure that I speak out as much as I can. I mean, it's a part of my DNA. Just like creativity is one molecule of my air, advocacy and speaking about right versus wrong is the same thing. I can't see words and not read them. Do you get what I mean? So if I see something, I have to say something. And I feel like at this point, Bravo is not doing enough. And there is a petition going around that is pushing for Bravo to conduct an investigation into this and into all of these things that keep going on. Are there bots that are sitting here sending these racist and hateful ass comments? Um, has this been going on? What else are y'all gonna do besides make a statement and pat us on our head and send us on our way? Like we need you to do something. Firing the racist housewife is not working anymore. Okay, because now we can't even direct this to a specific housewife. We don't know if this was Diana. We don't know if this was Rena. We don't know if this was the entire Fox News, Fox Force 5. We can't pinpoint who this is. So now you have to do more than just single out a person and fire them for bad behavior and send them on their way. That's not going to appease us anymore. You have to do something. So there's a petition on change.org that I'm going to put in the description box of this live. I've already signed it, I've shared it, and I'm going to keep sharing it. And I want all of you to sign and share it as well, because it is calling for Bravo to do a formal investigation, not only into the things that have been done to Garcelle's son, but also just into the greater issues that continue to stem from these Real Housewives shows that include racism. It's just in like it's when is it gonna stop? Do you get what I mean? Because it's like Bravo has made statements, they've fired people, they have done specials on their channel to uplift Black voices, they've hired Black production companies, but yet th- we need more. We need to get to the root, and we need Bravo to address the fandom. Just like I'm glad that the castmates came out and said something to the fans directly. Like, y'all need to chill the entire hell out. It ain't cool. If Diana Jenkins thinks that this is okay for y'all to do, then she's a terrible person. And I don't care if you attack me. Y'all, I want all the smoke. Trust me. Trust me. My spirit animal is a Black Panther. So what's up? I want you to run that shit with me because I got it for you all day. Okay? I'm not a 14-year-old child. I'm not focused on high school, and this is all my business. So if you want to run that shit with me, please. Like I said, my social media is BreyenBonetCampbell. BREYEN. Bonet like Lisa Bonet and Campbell like Naomi. Get into it if you want to. But it's just not okay. I'm not gonna sit by as a viewer on this show and just act like, oh, that's really fucked up, and then be like, wow, what Dorit was wearing was sickening. No, I've never been able to. I ain't never gonna do it. If you've ever seen me on anybody else's channel on YouTube, y'all know I can't just sit by and kiki without talking about the real shit. Whether it bothers people, ruffles feathers, or not, I will pluck every single feather till we get to the root of what the problem is. What's good? Hold on, I got comments. I'm sorry, but y'all know how I get. Y'all know how I get on this channel. So I give it up all day long. Kimberly said, I love you and I've missed you. And I agree, Bravo is nothing but an arena for abuse. I've stopped watching all of it actually, but I'm so glad to be here today to catch up with you. Thank you so much, love. I agree. Bravo is extremely toxic, and I have actually cut back on watching a lot of these reality TV shows. I end up binging a lot of my favorite shows at one time. I love Beverly Hills. I've been like, I love the Housewives, but I've cut back watching a lot of them. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch OC. Now, mind you, Tamara is coming back, so hopefully all the bullshit that goes on she'll be able to cut for me. But I just like there's just a lot of these shows I don't believe in anymore. The fact that we're getting Real Housewives of New York racist and Real Housewives of New York affirmative action is not okay with me. So I don't think I'm going to watch it. Either one of them. Now, if they bring Ebony back, y'all gonna push my hand. But it's hard to watch these shows. Like when it comes to Bravo, the only one of these shows that I'm watching in real time is Married to Medicine. Like like I've been telling y'all from way back, Married to Medicine is the best show on Bravo, but y'all don't be listening to me. Y'all so stuck on these housewives. But let's get to the real shit because there's real comments in here. But yeah, like Bravo is doing nothing but festering this shit and then slapping the person on the wrist to try to cover their ass, and it just feels like they're not doing enough to actually circumvent the issue and alleviate the problem. Like it's not just about the fan base anymore, or it's not just about having racist cast members at this point. Now you need to actively address the fan base. Now you need to curate an environment where this type of commentary, one, doesn't generate, and two, is not accepted. Y'all have to do more. Period. Point blank. There's nothing else to be said about it. RJB says, I feel a 14-year-old's accounts should be set to private. Facts. Any 14-year-old on social media, way too many strange people on here. Don't know this was a castmate. Okay, let me stop on those two. Yes, I agree with that. I personally don't think, for me, I have an almost 8-year-old daughter, right? I'm not gonna allow her to have social media until she's able to do like life functioning activities, like get a job, pay for her own cell phone. Like, to me, once you can pay your own bills, then you can run your social media however you want to. But while you're under my roof, you are my responsibility, and it is my job to 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 protect you. And that does not just mean from people in the streets. That means people online as well. My daughter is in a generation that has solely grown up on the internet. So I feel like it's more prudent than ever for parents of kids in this generation to monitor their children's social media more than ever. So I do agree that the child's social media should be private, but hindsight is 2020, right? Hindsight is 2020. So there's nothing that we can do about that now. Jack said that he's going to private, which I agree should be done and should have been done from the beginning. But sorry. But I do agree with that. I do think that it's too much going on. It's too broad a spectrum. The internet is too large and too massive. You never know who's getting on what, where, who's doing what. It's just keep it private. And for the people who know you, they know how to find you. That's how I have a lot of my personal social media is all of my social media is private. And if you want to find me, you know how to get in touch with me. Period. So I agree with that. RJB, look at the Depp Heard trial and all that happened. I was sickened by the loads of comments made. This is the era. This is what the era of social media has given us. It's crazy because with good comes bad and with positive comes negative, right? So while social media has given us an open forum to be expressive and creative and gives us a quote unquote alleged safe space to express ourselves in the ways that we may not be able to in the privacy of our own lives, it is also simultaneously fostered an environment to encourage and enable bullying, to enable hate speech, to enable toxic environments, to enable attacking. It's, to be perfectly honest, the way that social media is going now, the negatives are beginning to outweigh the positives. Do I agree that that social media should be a safe space for us to do what we want to on our own pages? Absolutely. However, now we're stepping into a point where people are using artificial intelligence to attack people's children. These are bots. These are computer generated entities. These are not real people typing this, but these are real people who are programming several many accounts to spew racist rhetoric. So now one person can be responsible for thousands of hate comments in the click of a button. Think about that. One person for $30 can be responsible for thousands of racist hate comments in the click of a button and is willing to pay it. Y'all don't pay y'all goddamn rent. Y'all don't pay y'all cell phone bill. Y'all won't pay y'all Netflix bill. Y'all using y'all cousin Netflix password, but y'all got time to buy bots. I'm saying any and everybody because at the end of the day, we don't know who this is. At least with Jenny Wynn, we saw it was her personal Facebook page. There was no confusion. At least in the past on Bravo, we could trace it right back to these person's Twitter, right back to these person's podcast. We see them say the N word in the episode. Like, we can see what's going on. And now, this is too much. Speaking of artificial intelligence, the whole FK Mecca, FN Mecca, metaverse, whatever the hell the AI rapper's name is, spewing the N word in their lyrics. If you've been, if you've seen me anywhere on the internet, you know how I feel about the N word being used in music by Black people. If you want a reference, I'll link my first YouTube video I ever made where I cussed out Caucasian people for using the N word for 10 minutes straight. Remind me to do that in the comments. Um, the fact that an artificial, like the fact that this is AI, one, cuts out the excuse. This isn't somebody choosing to use the N word. This is somebody programming a computer generated program to use the N word. And then to find out that the person was white, it's like, this is what I'm talking about. Okay? Let's just go and just address the comments directly. Kids are being bullied to suicide. Correct. Correct. Kids are being bullied to off themselves. I was one of those kids. Like, back in my day, we didn't have Instagram and all of that. I didn't get on Twitter till I graduated high school, but we had MySpace, and it was nothing like this. Like, people, it was like people did this shit to your face. But they didn't do this stuff on the internet and you didn't know who it was. At the end of the day, when I was growing up, if people bullied you, you could walk up and punch them directly in the face. You could fight your bully head on and call it a day. You could square up with your bullies back in the day. Now, social media has made it for somebody in West Bubblefuck Africa to send hate comments to somebody in Pasadena where it's snowing. Clock your references. But it just, where does it stop? We have to draw the line. Like, it has to go into the executives in the companies of these social media platforms. It needs to go to, they just dropped him. JB, RJB. That's what I was talking about. They dropped him within 7 days because of what I was just talking about. They found out that the person who was programming him was white, but a lot of his lyrics were using racial terminology. Yeah, problem. But 7 days. It took 7 days, which I was already sketchy of that in the first place because I went back and looked up some of this rapper's music. I was like, the fact that a computer generated rapper is using the N word is already triggering for me. I don't like it when black people use it. So if it was a black person that programmed him to do it, that's still a problem with me. But knowing that the person was white doubles down on the fact that that's fucked up. 100%. But yeah, like there's too many instances. Like there's too many instances of children being bullied to suicide because of we we already got to deal with the shit that we have to deal with in real life, right? And, and our actual social interactions with people, we already have to deal with enough. And then we get online for something that's supposed to be a safe space. Emphasis on safe space. Social media is supposed to be a safe space. Yet social media is the most toxic environment there is. I feel like children are being more bullied on social media than they are in schools, which by logic makes perfect sense because there's way more people on social media than there are on just in your school alone. And if enough people tweet your shit and then get the comment, 10 people can turn into 10,000 people real quick, right? So we not only have to send a petition to Bravo and NBC Universal and all these production companies, we also have to send a letter to Meta and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat and all these other social media companies who are not tightening up on the guidelines within these things. Like, why is it so easy for bots to be purchased? We also need to have a conversation about why why we're even able to buy bots in the first place. Why there's not a a, a checks and balances system. Why there's not a captcha system for bots, right? Why is that not tightened up? Because if someone can pay $30 and buy 10,000 bots, there's an issue. Because those bots are creating social media accounts on these platforms to create these comments and go and do all of these things. And they're allowed to just roam free all willy-nilly like any other user with a heartbeat and a pulse. That is a problem for me. That is a big problem for me. I don't understand how bots in the thousands are just allowed to exist like regular users. It's not just the people who we see on television. It's not even just the people who are in the production offices. It's also, we need to talk to the head of these social media companies. Get Mark Zuckerberg on the phone. Drop the link to this live and tell him to call in. I don't even know if you can do that on just straight YouTube live. I'm not on StreamYard right now. But we need to talk to Mark Zuckerberg. Like, we need to talk to Meta. We need to talk to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever other social medias y'all are using nowadays that I don't know about because I don't care enough. Listen, I've been on Twitter since 2009. It's my favorite social media site. I barely get on Twitter now. Like, I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I don't even watch regular TV no more because it's so damn toxic. I'll be damned if I get online and read the comments for entertainment and for shits and giggles. Got better things to do, babe. I got my hair is 40 inches long. I could be washing my hair. That'll take me at least 3 hours. I ain't got time for that. I literally don't have time. My hair is literally touching the back of my thighs. I could be somewhere braiding my hair and minding my business. It's just not. It's not. It's not cool. It's just not cool. Bravo does love ratings. Bravo loves ratings, but at the end of the day, I think that what Bravo is now realizing is that eventually that those gimmicks and that shit gets old. This selective outrage gets old. Just like BBLs are getting old, babe. Like This whole cartoon body is getting old, just like this whole racist shit, this whole subliminal racist shit, this whole microaggression shit is getting old. Yeah, Erica, we heard you say, oh, before I told your son to fuck off, I was just saying how well spoken he was and how well behaved he was. Like it's a surprise to you. That, if you don't know, is a microaggression. It's disgusting. But yes, monitor your children online. Make sure that their social medias are private. Have the passwords. Fuck a Finsta. You're not allowed to have a Finsta till you can Finsta your ass some rent. I'm sorry, but this is for your protection, not mine. At the end of the day, I don't have to be on Instagram. I don't give a damn about likes. To be perfectly honest, I barely give a damn about views and subscribers. Y'all see, I ain't been here in 3 months. This is me talking to my kid at this point. I barely give a damn about views and subscribers. Not that I don't give a fuck about y'all, but I'm saying if gaining subscribers and getting likes and views were my main thing, I wouldn't have been gone for 3 months. Depression or not, you get what I mean? So at the end of the day, I've come to realize that personal peace and sanity is more valuable than anything that a click or a like can ever get me. I don't give a damn if a click and like can make me rich. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be famous. I want to be comfortable. Anybody that knows me, I will be just happy living in a nice ass RV or a tiny home, minding my business off the grid. Like, can't nobody sit here and tell me about fame or about money or about anything like that. When you don't have personal peace, when you don't have peace of mind, when when you don't have your sanity, when you don't have the will to live, clicks, likes, and views do nothing for you. Take it from somebody who got 800 subscribers in like 2 months out of nowhere and was in one of the worst depressionary spirals of their life. My YouTube channel was going like this by the day, and I was suicidal. Okay? So let's be very clear. Fame does not equal that does not equal happiness, no matter in what degree it is. I get that 800 subscribers is not famous. But what I'm saying is the attention and the instant gratification and the reaction to what you're doing online is not going to sustain your mental health. That is the point of what I'm saying. Clicks, likes, views, followers, subscribers, all of that is not going to build your peace of mind. It's not going to build a foundation for your sanity. It's not. If anything, it's only going to further compromise it because what if that changes? What if you go from getting 10,000 likes on Monday to getting 5 likes on Thursday? Then what? Are you all of a sudden now less valuable because you're not getting those same 10,000 likes? No, but that's what social media and the internet will possession you to will will position you to feel. And that is what I had to go and combat, which is why I am coming here to say that to y'all. Log off. It's not important. It's not important. Period. So at the end of the day, I say all of that to say, bravo, these ratings are not going to sustain you when the people need more from you than that. Once these reality girls get tired of doing all of this extra stuff, once the toxic fandom turns on them, and then all of a sudden, the people who they were inciting to go be toxic and racist and evil towards the people that they were targeting, once it's their turn, and once they start getting that back, and then all of a sudden they realize they don't like it, and then they get tired of it, and y'all have a boring ass show, your ratings are gonna fall. So you need to build the foundation of your ratings and your viewership on something other than being problematic. Because at the end of the day, selective outrage gets old. It gets old. Just like these little rapper singles out here. They put out one on Friday, then they got two more on Tuesday. At the end of the day, Heidi Klum said this years ago. Heidi Klum told y'all years ago, one day you're in and the next day you're out. Okay? Shit ain't changed. So if you're going to build a successful business model for a continuation on your company, then you need to do it on something else besides being problematic. Because at the end of the day, all you're gonna do is cycle that outrage around to every type of group, every type of culture, every type of positioning, every type of gender. And once you done cycled off and pissed off women, non-binaries, transgenders, black people, Asian people, white people, Indian people, Persian people, once you done pissed everybody off and you ain't got nobody else to piss off, then who gonna watch your shit? Once you've got everybody talking about, hey, you faulted the representation of my culture group on this show. Once you've pissed off everybody in your fan base, because it's happened at this point, y'all done brought in the Asian representation, and then all of a sudden, now not only has the Asian girl been attacked, but the Asian girl has been the racist. Y'all have brought in the black representation. Y'all have painted her out to be the black woman, and then you've made her son a. Then now you've gotten her son attacked by racist ass viewers. Like, y'all are running this gambit of selective outrage and blowback and hate watching. But the thing is with hate watching, from what I found, people who hate watch never tend to finish the show. I know specifically for me and the people I know, we can only hate watch you for a couple episodes until we like, child, I'm tired of this bullshit. I ain't watching this no more. Cause, because at some point this mess is getting formulaic, and we know what we're gonna get from y'all. We know what type of BS y'all popping. We know what type of mess y'all gonna send. We know what type of outrage y'all gonna give. We know y'all for y'all works, and we know y'all cast members for y'all works. We also know your casting agents for their works. We we know your producers for their works. The only people who I don't have the biggest issue with at Bravo is the editors. The editors seem to be the only people who are willing to tell the goddamn truth. Because the editors will lay a receipt out before you can get your sentence out. The only people I feel like I don't have a problem with is the editors. They're the only people who lay it out exactly as it needs to be done. Do, do they leave stuff out? Sure. But I feel like they leave enough in for us to paint the picture that needs to be seen. And and displays enough of reality for us to see exactly what the hell is going on, besides them calling out shady ass or stupid ass housewives mistakes. Things need to change. But I'm definitely gonna drop the link to that petition. And I hope that everybody who is watching this video, hearing my voice, if you ain't watching it and you just dropped your phone in the other room and you got your headphones in, go click this link in my description box. When I'm done with this live, I'm going to click it, or I'm going to add it for you to go and sign this petition. I've already signed it. I'll put it in my community tab too once I'm done. Um Ideally, as parents, we as parents know their programs, time online, blah, 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 blah. 100%. But as human beings, we can't control every moment of every day. We can't we can't control what our kids consume at school. We can't control what our kids consume in after school programs. We can't consume we can't, you know, control what our kids consume when they're out of our sight. Yes, we can do our part. We can do the best that we can, but we are also human beings. We are not perfect, and we also have, you know, things that we need to take care of so that we can also be able to structure a life where we can monitor our children in that way. So that's where it takes a village. Our school teachers need to be more present on what the kids are looking at on their iPad, what they talking about in school, all that stuff. We need to be more aware as parents about what our kids are watching and like what type of YouTube that they're following. Like we need to pay attention and get everybody in our kids' lives to pay attention as well. Um, I see scripting in Bravo though. Sure, sure, 100%. And scripting is that words written on a paper? No, but is it curating a scene that elicits very specific reactions? Yes. They call it producing, but in real life, it's soft scripting. I had to stop watching Below Deck because it became disgusting to watch. I've never watched Below Deck, but from the things I've heard, seems like you made a good choice, mama. Society needs a full reset at this point. 100%, I agree. There needs to be a full societal reset. I feel like um I'm not, particularly religious or anything, but I do feel like there needs to be a cultural reset where the changing of the guard needs to happen when it comes to the way I feel like the world needs to be positioned by the people who are in its majority. And I lay that specifically on this country because I can't really speak on world issues. Um, I tend to mind my own damn business. So in this country, I do feel like the positioning of the control of this country needs to be given to people who are actually within the generational time span to know what's actually happening in it. If you get what I'm saying. Um, her sons are great. Erica apologized. It was over. It didn't have to be shown except to play up drunken racism. Um, see, this is I am ambivalent about whether you should show things or not show things because while I agree that showing things like that are triggering, I do feel like it enlightens us to the people we are watching's character. I feel like if we hadn't watched that, had we not watched it and they cut it out, and then maybe Garcelle brought it up at the reunion and we had no physical evidence, they could have just cast it off and dismissed it as a rumor. And we would have never known if that was really true. So Erica would have never been held accountable, leaving room for the Erica stands to come in and say, oh, that's not true. Oh, we don't believe that, blah, 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 blah. But because we watched it, Erica has no choice but to take accountability for it. There's nowhere to run. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like there's nowhere to run for her when it comes to things like that. So while I do feel like things like that can be triggering, I also feel like it is enlightening us to the people we're watching's character. So you can't run from this. I wish I would have seen prime example. I wish I could have seen L- I almost said Lisa Ray, child. I wish we could have seen Lisa Rinna say, "This is why we don't have black people on our show." No, that was Ramona. What what Lisa Rinna said was, "I don't think that we should be talking about race on our show. This isn't our show. This is not what we do." Blah 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 blah. I would have. I wish I could have seen that because Lisa Rinna was able to dismiss that as just a rumor, and Garcelle was never able to really pin her to that. Do you get what I'm saying? Same thing with Ramona in New York about saying this is why we don't have black people on our show because we don't want to talk about race. I wish we could have seen that on camera. So Ebony would have never had to go and file a complaint so that we could have gotten the reunion. And instead of there being no reunion and this being left in limbo, Ramona would have had to answer to that at the reunion. Do you see what I'm saying? So while same thing with Jenny Wynn. I'm glad we saw this shit on her Facebook versus, or, whatever. Like, I'm glad that we were able to catch Mary Cosby say slanty eyes. I'm glad that we got to see that so that we can hold her accountable, because I feel like while protecting our peace is important, we also need the evidence to hold people accountable. We also need the documentation to assert change, because if we go just based on hearsay, just based on rumors, it becomes circumstantial evidence in a in so many words, and we're not able to truly get to the root and the answers that we need. Watching Erica say "get the fuck out of here" was everything I needed. Right after, and then watching her say after that, "Oh, right before I said that, I was just saying how well spoken and how well behaved they were," as if that's supposed to make her telling her son to get the fuck out of here any better. I feel like, yes, it's messed up. Yes, it's triggering, but we know exactly who we're dealing with, and less of these housewives can slip by. I just watched a whole real I just watched a whole deep dive on the Real Housewives of Dallas from this YouTuber that I've recently fallen in love with called Deeply Superficial. Go and watch their videos. Their breakdowns of housewife content is incredible. Like, they they talk about housewives like it's sport casting, right? Like, and I love that because I talk about housewives and reality TV like I'm covering Fortune 500 companies for Forbes, right? Like, I talk about it like a real business. And she talks about it like it's sports, like it's wrestling. And I love it. So go watch Deeply Superficial, spelled exactly how it sounds. All one word, Deeply Superficial. They have really great content. They did a video on the Real Housewives of Dallas recently, and I didn't watch Dallas because I've said this before. I had hit my peak of all white casts, so new shows may have came out, but I haven't been watching them because if there was no diversity, I could not tune in. I had reached my diversity quota of shows that didn't include me, and I needed shows. Yes, deeply superficial, all one word. No space in between. But I think if you do space it still should come up. But I had reached my quota of watching shows that didn't include me. That was my diversity quota. I needed to watch shows that included me again. So I didn't watch Dallas. Whatever. But watching the way that racism was so casually just just looped and threaded throughout the last two seasons of that show, if we had never seen that and all of that had just been off camera and rumors and things that were said in text messages or, whatever, or like off camera tea, a lot of these housewives could have gotten away. A lot of these people could have been held accountable. Imagine if Stassi never went on that podcast and bragged about calling the police on Faith. Imagine if Stassi had said, "Why do black people have to make the Oscars about race?" What if she would have just said that in her group thread with the Witches of WeHo instead of on her podcast? That, that's all I'm saying. But let's see. Let's see. Now it continues for no reason other than to get ratings. Moment, Jax gets the ultimate blowback. 100%. 100%. I do. Is is the is the shit that Jax is getting worth this shit being aired on TV and called out? No, it's not. No, it's not. Here's the flip side of that. If I could have saved Jax from going through that, I would have cut it out of the episode. That's where that's where it makes a difference, because I'm talking about grown people here. The housewives can handle it. The housewives can handle being called out. They signed up for it. But the kids didn't. So if I could save Jax from going through that, I would have cut it out of the episode. 100%. I think you just asked me about my thoughts on Atlanta, right? It's a fucking mess. This season is it's good and bad at the same time. Like this season is really good, but it's hard to watch because I'm tired of damn near everybody. I want Marlo to go. I want Sheree to go. I want Kenya to go, and I want Drew to go. I want them all to go. And this is where some of y'all probably gonna turn on me. Some of y'all probably getting ready to, you know, whether y'all be cool or come out of a bag on me. Barbara, you'll need to hear this. Drew needs to go. And I'm Team Sanya. And I stand on it. I'm on B Team Sanya. I'm all the way Team Sanya. Drew needs to go. If y'all gonna let Drew gaslight you and gaslight Sanya the way that Ralph gaslights her ass from Tampa, both of y'all can hit it down to the beach. Because I don't have time. I'm sorry. This season is a mess. Marlo, I am so disappointed. And if y'all remember, I did a video saying what I thought should happen on this season. I did a whole video about my expectations about what I wanted from this season and what I expected these women to do. Marlo, you are doing the exact opposite of what I told your ass to do. You should have been leaning in to nurturing those boys and getting to the root of what the goddamn problem is. You literally gave your children away for a fucking storyline that backfired on you. Because not only did you not get sympathy, don't nobody feel sorry for your ass, but you are also getting called out for it. Like, girl, what the fuck is your problem? How you gonna sit here and try to make Candy feel sorry for you for being a foster child, but you threw away two fucking foster children just because you feel like you aren't doing enough? Go and get the fucking children a therapist if you don't feel like you are doing enough. Go get some family counseling. What the hell is wrong with you? What is actually wrong with you? You not like at the end of the day, and then you gonna try to play it off and be like, I didn't give them away. I sent them to my sister's house. You are still uprooting them from the home that they have become accustomed to and are displacing them somewhere where they are not familiar and not comfortable. It is the exact same thing. It's the same thing when parents send their children to go live with their grandma. It's the exact same thing. Hear me well. You said yourself, you told them to get the fuck out. That is a quote. That is not me just exacerbating because now y'all done got me riled up on this live. That is a quote. She said basically, I told them to get the fuck out. Okay? Why couldn't you just go and get the boy some anger management? He punching holes in the wall and shit. Go get him a goddamn counselor. Take him to the Boys and Girls Club. Take his ass to church. I'm not even religious. Take his ass to church. Something. Instead, you pack his shit and throw him the fuck out? Are you serious? Clearly, he felt comfortable in that home if he felt comfortable enough to go hide in a room and punch a wall. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and then for you to try to make a point to Candy about why she should feel bad about what she's doing to you by saying you're a foster child and you're doing the exact same thing that your foster parents did to you, threw you the fuck out. Bravo needs to throw you the fuck out. I don't want. I take her peach, take her contract. I don't want to see her back as a friend. I don't want to see her back as a homegirl. I don't want to see her down to the kickback. I don't want to see her down as an extra. I don't want to see her just walking in the background at a party. I don't want to see Marlo, period. Period. Anymore. I'm done with Marlo after this season because at the end of the day, just on the strength of you fucking over those kids, I am done with you. But then you have the nerve to sit here and attack the one person who has consistently had your back over and over again the entire time you have been on this show. When Nene didn't give a fuck about, Nene didn't try to help you get no damn show. She didn't try to get you back on the show. In fact, she talked shit about you when you got your peach. But that's your sister though. None of these girls rooted for you to get no goddamn peach. Oh, but Candy, not only rooted for you to get a peach, but then when Bravo wasn't fucking with you and didn't want to give you no goddamn peach because you. Here's the thing. Just talking about Marlo's peach for a second, I don't feel Marlo finally getting a peach was never impressive to me because they offered her a peach in season 5, I think. I think she came on in season 4 and they offered her a peach for season 5 and she didn't take it. So now you spent the next 10 years begging for a fucking peach? That doesn't impress me that you sat around hanging around like a fed, like a. Yeah, never mind. I ain't gonna use that quote. That was a line from a movie, but if you don't know the context, that sounds real shady. But if you're not gonna be some hanger on, like if you're gonna be a hanger on, creeping around, trespassing, loitering, soliciting, waiting for a goddamn peach when they offered you one, and then try to flip it like they did you dirty and left you hanging around for this long, one, if you would have turned down a peach I offered you, I wouldn't have offered your ass now another one either. And then when you got down to Africa, babbling and gibberish with Sheree, talking about what faggots she hang out with, I think that was another nail in your coffin too, Shug. For me, another nail in your coffin would have been when you said to Kenya, "That's why your mama don't want you." But then you want to sit here and get mad when Kenya says you don't gotta be in your. We don't gotta say anything about your kids. You gave them away. Boom. That was Kenya's ultimate revenge. That was Kenya's ultimate revenge on you. I couldn't even be mad at her for saying you gave them kids away. She earned that comeback. She earned that on your ass. She earned that on your ass. Now, mind you, when it comes to Kenya, she's been phoning it all season. She's been phoning it in all season. And I don't think the way that she's initially been treating Marlo has been cool. But she did deserve to say that to you. I don't agree with everything that Kenya's been doing. Y'all heard I want her ass to go too. But she got your ass together with that one. I will say that. I will say that. Marlo can go for me. Drew needs to go for me. I'm tired. Once a bitch brings out props, I'm done. I'm done with the props. I'm done with the props. I was done with props with that blowhorn and that scepter. Drew, if somebody fuck around and punch you in your face for having props, if Fatum would have jumped across that couch and bit your ass like she had rabies, you would have been mad you threw that fucking bone. You went and spent money on a dog ain't got now fucking pet. You ain't got now pet. You ain't got a goal. You barely got a husband. But you want to stop by the store and get doggy biscuits? She didn't just have a bone. She had a bag of biscuits. And she had the whole prepared read about coming to be Sheree's lapdog. She practiced this shit in the car. Because she ain't got no other scripts to be learning since she ain't acting no fucking where. Go do an audition. Go act. Because that's what you've been doing on this show. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I'm done. I can't deal. Take you and your weak ass ankles and carry your family to Tampa. Go and see what the fuck Ralph ass is doing in Tampa. Go chase down him and his assistant. I'm hot. Yes, I'm hot. Atlanta gets me riled up because it's just this show is a shell of its former self. It is. I don't like it. This season is bad, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like most of the goddamn cast members on here. Reality is being suspended. People are doing shit for show, and I don't like it. at all. Sheree should not open her motherfucking mouth about nobody about shit. How is it that y'all been questioning where Marlo been getting her money all these years, and Sheree has only been on the show for a couple seasons, and she has spent big gaps in between being on the show? What the fuck has she done? Have y'all seen her on any other reality show besides Real Housewives of Atlanta? Have y'all seen her start any other business? Well, she ain't started the first business. We still can't get She by Sheree. We can't even get a damn yoga mat, water bottle, nothing. And she was wearing it on the damn show. We not gonna get she. We not never gonna get Neverland by Sheree. Sorry, Neverland by Sheree is never gonna happen. It's over with. Where did she get the house? Thank you. Has Tyrone been scamming her this whole? But then again, I don't think has Tyrone been scamming her because she still had liens and ain't paid contractors, and it took 15 years, and the house was in her mama name. It was Chateau Thelma. She didn't get the basement finished till right before they started filming. Like, it's just so much with Sheree. Sheree money has always looked funny. Sheree money been funny since Phaedra lost that damn case to Bob Whitfield in season 4 or 5. Sheree money been funny since Bob Whitfield embarrassed Phaedra's ass in that damn courtroom. Sheree money been funny since her children was laying on that fucking air mattress and she called it a pillow for her dog. Hello? Sheree money been funny since she was the last one of the housewives to change over from a BlackBerry to an iPhone. Now I'm just gonna read now. Now y'all done got me hot. Sheree money been funny since she was the last one to start wearing lace front wigs. I would have to look for it. Give me just a minute. I'm about to hop off this live. Child, I couldn't even tell you. Sorry, but yeah, child. Sheree money always been funny. Yeah, we wondering where Sheree getting this money from. Y'all acting like Sheree is so fabulous she can't even pay to get She by Sheree done. Do you realize that her storyline this season for She by Sheree is the exact same as it was the same season she said she was starting She by Sheree? She's just hiring a designer, which means she can't design shit. She ain't drawing her own sketches. She ain't designing shit. She just picking shit. She just picking shit that she like and putting her name on it. It take you 14 years to just pick some shit and put your name on it? So your money can't be that funny. Listen, Candy gave you some good advice. Do a capsule collection. You could have did a capsule collection of Who Gonna Check Me Boo t-shirts. You could have did a capsule collection of you at Kenya Moore's housewarming party when you did the woo woo. That could have been a t-shirt, and like you could have made it a holographic panel where like it like a when the t-shirt moved, you did the little. You know what I'm saying? You could have did a whole capsule collection of t-shirts of you and Marlo going back and forth with the. I'm giving you ideas. Y'all should really start paying me for this because I did the same thing with Nene. I'll have to come back because my phone is probably about to die. I think I just hit 20% not too long ago, but when it hit 10, I'm gonna hop off of here. But I'm giving you advice. She could have at least dropped the yoga mat. She could have at least dropped the water bottles as merch till we got the line. Candy gave you some great advice. We could have at least got the joggers. We could have at least got some She by Sheree joggers. Just a little capsule collection of gray sweatpants for cuffing season. I didn't go to marketing school. I just have a brain. It's not hard. Wendy dropped a line of candles in a week. Candy dropped a line of Bitch I'm Worldwide t-shirts in a week. Everybody dropping t-shirts and mugs at the drop of a dime. Robin got hats. Robin don't even have a storyline, but she got a successful business. You got a storyline and no bit. Well, you had a storyline because I don't give a damn about Tyrone. I don't want to see his ass later in the season either. I don't want to see him show up. Did y'all see his interview on the Jasmine brand? Tyrone done did a whole interview down to the Jasmine brand talking all the tea about the season. I haven't watched it yet, but it's in my watch later folder. That's why I asked if y'all watched it so y'all can let me know something. Girl, not not he couldn't even show up to film the scene with her, but he can show up to the Jasmine brand and do an interview down to the internet. Girl, listen. I can't. I'm wondering about Drew money too. What's Drew doing? Somebody commented that earlier. Cause Drew be looking real broke. Shout out to Portia. Cause that's the only reason Drew's hair look like something, honey. She been wearing all this go naked, honey. She been wearing all this go naked hair. Which, by the way, speaking of Portia and go naked, if y'all really think, because I'm sure that some of y'all heard this, if y'all really think Bravo about to give Portia $5 million to come back, y'all is crazier than bird shit in Jamaica. Y'all are nutty as squirrel shit if y'all think that Portia is about to get $5 million. If you really think that after she didn't answer not one question and had that whack ass spinoff that didn't get renewed, they finna give her $5 million to come back, you are nutty as squirrel shit. You are flying squirrel crazy. I'm just saying. You more bullwinkle than Nene. No shade. No shade, no tea, no read, no cap. I'm sorry. Just like if you think that Wendy Williams cannot show up to her daytime talk show for a year and a half and then just walk into a podcast. Hello? Portia Williams wasn't worth $5 million before she left the damn show. They not even gonna pay Candy $5 million, and she is worth $5 million. See, here's the thing that y'all don't understand about Candy. Here's the thing that y'all don't get about Candy. The reason why Candy can be on this show and be allegedly boring and allegedly not have no storyline, none of which I agree with. Just because she's not getting into fights and starting drama with everybody every other day doesn't mean that she's boring or that she doesn't work for her check. But we'll get to that another day because I plan on coming back and doing some more lives later if y'all feel like it. Um, Candy makes so much money for Bravo because she started so many businesses on the show, and because of the Bethany's clause, there's my 10%. And because of the Bethany clause, she is able to. In fact, I'll just carry y'all in the house with me. Come on, because we're gonna keep talking. Um, because of the Bethany clause, Bravo gets a portion of all of that. Candy makes so much money for Bravo, it's a drop in the bucket for them to pay her that 2 point whatever $1 million she's making per season, right? Y'all say hey to Luna. Y'all ain't seen her in a while. Hey, Tugga. Okay, come on, honey. Y'all gonna go with me in this room, honey. We gonna talk. My phone is dying. Come on in if you coming, but I don't want to hear no mess. I'm talking to my dogs. I'm sorry. I have another dog named Abby, honey. Technically, it's my brother-in-law's dog, but I'm basically the new Dr. Doolittle in the world right now, honey. Excuse all these technical difficulties. Okay, I'm just trying to set all this up. I had this set up, but then I said I'm gonna just go ahead and just go on outside. Anyway, if anybody is worth $5 million on this show, it is Candy Burris. Period. And they not gonna pay Candy that ever, ever. So if y'all think Portia is really gonna get $5 million, let alone $500,000 to come back, then that means she must be bringing. Listen, the only way I see Portia getting $5 million to come back is if she convinced Candy to have a sit down with Phaedra on camera. Let's talk about the chances of that happening. Candy is the queen, and she's earned it. She's earned it because she's marketable for the network. She's easy to get along with. She has a good message. She has a strong history. She has a storyline. She's creative. She makes more money for the network than anybody else on Atlanta. Like, I'm just saying, there's no way, right? So, like, come on, y'all. But we're going to stop talking about what ain't going to happen. We ain't going to talk about what ain't going to happen because that ain't going to happen. Who said, hey, babe? Oh, talking to my dog, Jeff. I don't even think that they're going to invite Portia because the only way I want to see Portia back is if they bring Fallon back with her. I don't want to see Portia without Fallon because I know that with Portia comes Simon. And if she try to come on this show without Simon, then she need to keep her ass in Africa chasing after him. Period. Because she can't come back on this show and not talk about Simon when she didn't even talk about Simon on her own damn show. And she's worldwide. Okay. Bitch, Candy is worldwide. Play with it. And that's not even something she can just like say and there's no proof. The editors can easily flash back to them singing karaoke in Japan just a couple seasons ago when Eva took the girls to Tokyo and they were singing um the Escape song down to the karaoke bar down in the Japan. Hello? Bitch, she is worldwide. And mind you, Don't Think I'm Not is my favorite Candy song. If I could pull up my old MySpace page right now, Candy Don't Think I'm Not would start playing. Period. By the way, go stream If You Get Caught by her and Tiny. I'm glad to see Cat is back to working. Hopefully we get a whole Cat project from Candy and Tiny, and hopefully we get a whole Peach Candy project from her and Rashida next. I know that Rashida retired, and I know she raps like Shorty Low, but I love them together. So, by the way, you know they doing that show with SWV. SWV will do a reality show with anybody, won't they? No shade. Because they just did a show with Salt and Pepper, which, by the way, Salt and Pepper, give Spinderella her damn money. I don't know if that's been resolved, but it's been on my mind lately. Give her damn money. But Salt and Pepper is doing a show. I mean, not Salt and Pepper. SWV is doing a show with Escape. Basically, the same premise as the show they were doing with Salt and Pepper, where I think Salt and Pepper and then was going on tour and they're doing a performance, which I would have been happy just getting Still Kicking It. I would have been happy just getting them planning out a tour, them doing music. Candy said they're gonna do new music. This could have been them recording the album. That's all I'm saying. But I love Taj and Lily. No shade. I watch Coco's YouTube channel all the time with her and her son, so it's no shade to her. But Lily is a hoot, honey. Lily is a hoot and a half, and Taj is my girl, honey. Taj is the auntie, the auntie. You know what? Let's jump off of Real Housewives of Atlanta real quick. Speaking of, well, not exactly, but let's hop off of the show real quick. Speaking of Candy, y'all been watching Speak on It? What petition we got to start to get A1 as the permanent host to Speak on It? Because A1 has been turning it on Speak on It. Now, mind you, I think A1 can do much better than Kenya. No shade. But if he's determined to get him a piece of Kenya, honey, then more power to him. I think he can do much better than Kenya. But, you know, whatever. Speak on It is my jam. I love Speak on It, honey. With A1, Don Juan is the man. I love his t-shirt line. The unapologetically black clothing brand that Don Juan started. I love his stuff. DJ A1 is hilarious. And If y'all think I'm crazy and I be talking shit, a A1 be going off, especially on Marlo's ass. He be letting Marlo's ass hold it. Period. Okay. Um. Hey, Heather, baby. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here. I'm coming back around, child. I'm back around. I even put on a little, piece of concealer for y'all. I got me on a little, piece of little liquid lipstick or whatever. A little piece of child. I put on earrings for y'all. Okay. I don't wear jewelry anymore. The most jewelry y'all see me wear is my tongue ring. Yeah. RJB, go watch Speak on it. Specifically, go watch all the ones with A1. The ones with A1 on this season, just go back and watch. He's done a few of them for this season. They are so funny to me. Okay? So funny. So 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 funny. Hey, Miss Jones. I'm just going back and picking through all these comments, honey. Nene didn't get 5 dish. Listen, I don't know what the girls got going on, honey, but yes, Jamila Drew is absolutely sus. Drew is absolutely sus. I don't believe nothing she said, and neither do the editors because I don't know how you get I don't know how you get 25 pounds out of 10. How you post on social media that you lost 10 pounds in 30 days, and then when you get on camera, all of a sudden it inflates to 25. Like you lost a pound every day, dropping it with Drew. Yet you stepped 2 feet out of a race and tore your Achilles. Something don't make sense. Something in the buttermilk ain't clean, and it's Drew. I'm sorry. I don't understand how you can lose 10 pounds, 25 pounds in 30 days, but you still healing from a mommy makeover, yet you run a whole race and allegedly win. Shout out to Marlo's Balenciaga draws. And you take 2 steps off of the race and you tear your other Achilles, not even just sprain your ankle, not even just trip and fall. You tear your whole Achilles, girl, your whole ankle is just hanging off. After you done won the whole race and you volunteer, you done spent the past 20 minutes of the episode bragging about being a track star and being an Olympian because that was your mascot. She got the nerve to say that Sanya is a pick me because she brought out her gold medal. So is Candy a pick me because she says she's worldwide? Was Candy a pick me when she said that if she wanted to take care of every motherfucker in here, she could? Is Marlo a pick me when she had this shopping party for Sheree's birthday when Tyrone stranded her ass in Philly? Define pick me behavior. Because to me, you bragging about being a track star in high school and wanting to throw around that your mascot's name is an Olympian, like you got a gold medal to your name, is real pick me behavior. If you want to ask me, but people don't ask my opinion. I just hop on live and talk my shit. So, whatever. I don't know what the hell going on. I don't know if y'all can hear that hammer going on. Apparently, they're reconstructing. Apparently, they're doing renovations in my house, and I don't know about it. So, if it's too loud, y'all let me know, and I'll hop off, and we'll get back on live either later on today or tomorrow. But Drew is a fraud. Drew makes my skin crawl. Drew makes this show unwatchable for me. I can't take it. Her, Ralph. Now, mind you, what the little piece of Ralph's book that he did read was good. I'll give him that. And Drew did have a point about I don't understand how I can write a forward to a book that I don't know anything about. Those were 2 points that they did have, but that just proves my point that y'all communication ain't shit. That just doubles down on my point that y'all are cringy as fuck and y'all don't need to be on TV because y'all can't even talk to each other. How the hell y'all gonna talk to a group of people that are on a camera? Drew, you can't even decide how much weight you lost. But see, that's the problem. Y'all think Drew is killing it this season because she going after Sanya and this, that, and the third, and because Sanya is trying to genuinely form friendships with these women and give everybody an equal chance. Y'all saying she's flip flopping when really what she's doing is moving and shaking throughout the group. She's getting to know everybody equally, and if she vibes with you, then she rocks with you. And when you do something she don't like, she move over here. All y'all do that within y'all friend groups. Anybody who has a group of friends knows that when Kaisha right here start acting crazy and tripping, she got a new man and she acting funny. You go over here to TT and Jasmine and be like, "Girl, she acting crazy. I don't know what's wrong with her. Don't invite her. She been acting stupid. I don't want her to bring her man." Y'all all do that. So now, are you a flip flopper? Raise your hand if you're a flip flopper, because I don't understand how. Like, to me, Sanya is being a normal fucking person, and Drew is acting terribly, but she's acting. How? Like, how? How? How is Sanya fake with Drew? At the end of the day, Sanya has discernment. She said you did some. She said we were friendly at first. I was getting to know you, and you did some shit I don't like, so I'm drifting away from you. That's having discernment. Y'all picking at that bitch for seeing some shit that y'all picking on that bitch for seeing a red flag and avoiding it. Y'all didn't watch Squid Game? Oh, okay. I didn't watch Squid Games, but I still have played red light, green light. Oh, I. But see, the people don't like me when it comes to Atlanta, honey. They've been reading me down on Twitter, honey, because I've been talking my shit on Twitter just because I ain't been on the YouTubes or whatever. But I'm Team Sanya, 100%. At the end of the day, Sheree is fake as fuck. Sheree is giving pick me behavior because how can you say you understand that? Here's the thing. This is why I said Kenya has been phoning it in, and the producers must have told her to clock in when they got to Jamaica because all of a sudden, Kenya starts bullying Sanya. I don't understand why you so mad that your motherfucking ass wasn't in place when it was time for the bus to go. The editors done already showed y'all asses laying on the beach with at a damn Mai Tai or whatever when at 9:30 when the bus was supposed to go. Marlo got on the bus. Why didn't y'all? And I don't even think Marlo got on the bus that was supposed to be going to outfit. I think she took a damn cab. I thought she fought. Didn't she call a Uber? Like, y'all so mad because y'all weren't in place. She was already gone. She's already working. And Kenya, how dare you have anything to say about the way anybody is hosting a trip when you didn't even make sure that your friends ate? I'll wait. Y'all forgot that Kenya didn't even feed the girls, but she want to complain about not being invited to an event that she wasn't even dressed for. You supposed to be going to an outfit meeting, but you in a bikini and a cover up. I thought you was going to work out. I thought you was going to meet with the outfit people. You dressed to lay on the beach to get drunk. Hello? Oh, okay. What these comments talking about? Cause, child, let's see if y'all reading me, honey. Ooh, Miss Jones, girl, you ain't no good, girl. You ain't no good, girl. Drew is a fantasist, 100%. Drew is a but listen, Drew is doing anything she can to make herself feel like a regular ass person after all that gaslighting she deal with at home. Drew is deflecting. Drew is doing everything to those girls that Ralph is doing to her at home. I halfway can't blame her, but at the end of the day, you're making a choice. You're making a choice. Because at the end of the day, you can recognize when the shit that he does to you doesn't feel good. So why would you inflict that same behavior on the people you call your friends and then act like you ain't doing nothing wrong when you sit here and cry about it to those same friends when your husband does it to you? Hello? Like, tell me when I'm wrong. Please correct me when I'm wrong because I'm not saying I'm perfect. I didn't finish college. I just have opinions and observational skills, and I just happen to be a Virgo, which makes me really analytical. So, how? How is that okay? How is anything you're doing okay? You're saying that she's a clout chaser because she invited Kenya and Candy to the thing. Well, those were the two moms that she was getting along with at the time. She wasn't getting along with your ass. Marlo don't got kids. She got nephews, and she gave them away. So now she don't count. She don't really know Sheree. Sheree kid's grown as fuck. She a mommy still, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. But those were the two that she had the closest connection with at the time. She hadn't been around but like 2 weeks. So if I was gonna invite bitches I don't know, then I would invite the two bitches I know more than the rest of the bitches I don't know. Hello? You're reaching. You're reaching. Or as Tiffany New York Paula would say, you're a dreamer. You 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 dream a lot in your sleep. That's what you do. You dream a lot. Exactly. Miss Elaine, you better talk to these children. Is who is Drew clout chasing off of? Drew claim I mean not Drew, but Sanya. Who is Sanya clout chasing off of? She came from having her own show, hence her tagline. I I may be a rookie, but this isn't my first race. This may be my first time on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but this is not my first time on reality TV. I had my own show. Okay? You played yourself on a show. You played yourself playing a whore on a show. And you had better hair on that show than you do now. And that was 10 years ago. Okay. Okay. I ain't seen you do a job since the TLC story. Maybe that's why she got so much time to go get props and set up reads and figure out what she gonna be doing on this show because she ain't got no scripts. Sanya's busy. She's filming an I she's filming for iFit. She's continuing a 20-year Nike deal. She's still profiting off of the 4 gold medals she won years ago. I don't know how many years ago, but she won them. It wasn't last year. She didn't win them at this Olympics, and they only do them every 4 years. So start mathing. But with, but with, see you soon, baby. I I'll be back tomorrow, if not later today. But at the end of the day, it's like, what clout do you have comparable to Drew? Since you want to say she's clout chasing off of other people, what did you come on this show with? What did you come on this show with? You came on this show with a couple recognizable credits. The Game, where you played your own namesake as a whore, and T-Boz in the TLC story, and that was the only good role you played because you weren't a good actress in The Game. When I think about Drew Sidora in The Game, the only thing that I can think about is Derwin laying on the couch going, Drew, Sidora, Drew, Drew, Sidora, Drew, Sidora, Drew, Drew, Sidora. That's the only thing I think about. I don't even think about her. I don't even think about Drew Sidora when I think about Drew Sidora. Yet Sanya is clout chasing. Yet Sanya is still directly benefiting from the accomplishments that she made years ago. She's a 4-time gold medalist and she's still profiting off of that. With this Nike deal, with this outfit deal, it's Nike. Nike. Come on now. Don't act like that's something to sneeze at. She don't need the clout. If anything, she could do a collaboration with Nike and Mommy Nation if she wanted to. She could probably try to finesse that if she wanted to, saying if you do finesse that deal, I want 10%. But if that's the case, she could do a whole I Fit Mommy Nation collab. If she wanted to clout chase off of the company that already pays you. Because what benefit would she get from clout chasing off of Candy and Kenya? Candy don't do no goddamn fitness. And Kenya made her donkey booty tape or stallion booty tape 10 years ago. Kenya don't even wear her real hair no more. Let alone do we see her work out like that. Thank you. Sanya is the clout. Get into it. It wouldn't benefit her to clout chase Kenya. Kenya isn't even a good rep. Kenya is not even a good representative for her own brand anymore. She wear more wigs on the show than she does her real hair. Yet her only storyline outside of her interactions with the girls is her divorce with Mark that she don't want to talk about, and her hair care line that is supposed to cater to the growth of your natural hair, and she's wearing wigs now. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with wearing wigs, but I'm saying if you got this much money, you want to brag about being an icon, then at least get wigs that we can't tell are wigs. Hello? Every time Kenya wears a wig on that show, I can tell. Every single time Kenya wears a wig on that show, I can tell. Yet you want to brag about Kenya more hair care. Boom, ba doom, boom, boom, boom. Maybe you need to start selling Kenya more blaze fronts. Boom, ba boom, 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 boom. Kenya more tape ins. Boom, ba boom, boom. And then on top of that, you're not even doing extensions. You're doing full blown wigs, which I understand. I understand why you're doing wigs. Tape ins could rip your hair out. They're they're getting real trendy right now, but tape ins are not anything that is new. I remember having friends saying that they don't do tape-ins anymore because it ripped their fucking hair out. Maybe the technology has improved and that's why they're getting trendy again. I don't know. But have y'all noticed that tape-in extensions have skyrocketed recently? Not important. But Kenya, you're not even a good representative for your own damn company. So why would you be a good representative for Sanya's? As far as clout goes, I'm just trying to debunk what Drew is saying here. Y'all help me out. That's all I'm saying. I knew about Sanya here in the UK because of her achievements. Never heard of Drew. See, Sanya's worldwide. Sanya is worldwide, baby. Sanya is worldwide. Get into it. If Sanya comes back on Speak On It, she needs to be wearing a Bitch I'm Worldwide t-shirt with her gold medal. All four of them. I ain't gonna say wear all four, but at least wear one of them. Hell. Kenya should do extensions. She should do extensions. She should create a line of extensions to just thicken your hair instead of like change your whole head. Like you get what I'm saying? Like if you have thick hair like she allegedly still has already, get you a couple pieces for fullness. She should be doing like half wigs. She should be doing like clip-in pieces. She should be doing like little daily things that you don't have to commit to, like sew-ins or full-blown wigs if you're gonna continue this whole line of natural hair. That's what would make sense to me. See, I keep giving these girls business ideas, and I don't work in none of their industries. I gave Nene a whole list of things to do in an old video that I did just earlier. I gave Sheree a whole list of things she could have been doing with Damn She by Sheree. Kenya, I guess it's your turn. Instead of coming on this show wearing full blown wigs and talking about your natural hair care line, what you should be doing is testing products for your extension line to complement your hair care products. You should be making products. Your hair is supposed to promote thicker, fuller hair. Okay, well, if you need a little length, or if you want to add some highlights, or if you want to pop in a piece of color, or this, that, or the third, here's my clip in extension line? Can you more clip ins? Can you more tape ins? Can you more extensions? Like, can you more half wigs? Can you more headband wigs? Something. Instead, you up here wearing a full blown wig that looks like it don't even look like a lace front. It don't even look like she got a lace front. Kenya wigs look like something Drew slapped on last season. Y'all had the nerve to talk about Drew's wig looking like a pet, and Kenya's wig is right here looking like a prop. Hello? Y'all want to talk about props? Girl, that wig is a prop. That wig is a prop. Period. Okay. Um. Also, speaking of hair, did anybody else find it funny that Marlo got a whole hair transplant and then still wears lace front wigs? Once again, tape ins, clip ins, half wigs. You grew edges just to cover them up and snatch them out with lace fronts. Listen, the way, anyway, I just don't understand these girls. Sheree is so flip. This is Sheree's worst season back for me. I don't like nothing she's doing this season. She's a flip flopper. She's a fake. She want to act like Candy's not being a good friend to her, yet she's taking any opportunity to talk shit about Candy that she can. It's so messy. It's so stupid. She ain't got no fucking storyline. Tyrone don't want her ass, and her kids don't want to with Tyrone. It don't make no motherfucking sense. She can't even get her own damn business together yet. She worried about Candy being a friend to her, and she can't even be a friend to her own goddamn self, bitch. You can't even get your own business together. Be a friend to yourself. Be a friend to yourself. Be a friend to your kids. Hell, leave them something. You leaving them Chateau Thelma ain't gonna do shit because they not gonna know what to do with that big ass house. They probably not even gonna want that big ass house. That's old school mentality. Do people even want mansions anymore? Do people even want to buy mansions anymore? Like, anyway, I like this filter. I think I'm gonna use this every time I go live. I look cute. Santivia, hey girl, I missed you. I love your name. Please tell me if I'm saying your name right. I think I probably say that every time I go live. But Santivia Major is such a slick ass name, and I live for it. Oh, speaking of, I gotta talk about Philly Diva too. Speaking of Diana Jenkins, oh bitch. Hold on. As soon as they announced Sanya was joining the cast, I recognized her name. I had to look up Drew. I even had to look up Kenya. Damn. Hey Lauren. Oh my God, your last name, honey. You giving Real Housewives of New Jersey old fashioned name, honey. How do you pronounce that? Uh-uh. I ain't even gonna do that. I ain't gonna embarrass me nor your family like that. Yeah, I had heard of Sanya too. The only reason I knew of Drew was because she played herself on the game. And because and that's the only reason that I knew who she was when she played in the TLC story. Oh, hold up. Spirit Spirit Delozy? Spirit Delozy? Okay. Um, but yeah, the only reason I knew who Drew was when she got to the TLC story and eventually the Real Housewives of Atlanta is because she played herself on the game. If her character on the game was not named Drew Sidora, I would not have known who she was when she got to the TLC story, and I damn sure wouldn't know who she was when she got to the Real Housewives. So she better thank whoever idea it was for her to go with her own name on the show. Thank them for the reason why we know who she is. I knew who Sanya was because I had seen her reality show before, and I watched the Olympics, so I had watched Sanya win a gold medal before. I knew Sanya. I knew Sanya. I watched the Olympics. I'm not watching the game reboot though. Funny how they didn't ask you to be a part of that, Drew. They didn't ask you to come back to the game, did they? Hmm. Funny how nobody's asking Drew that question, but I just saw Tia Mori post a video on Instagram talking about the number of times. If I had $1 for every time somebody asked me, was I coming back to the game reboot? And she was like, it's not gonna happen. Stop asking me. I ain't coming back. I ain't going back. Med school is dead, honey. She put that card in her purse and she is gone. Okay? Child. Um, but yeah, I want to talk about I want to Diana Jenkins and Philly Diva. I don't know how to get in touch with Philly Diva, but I love her dearly. If anybody knows anything about my history on YouTube, y'all know that I have an extensive history with Philly Diva. I've sat on many panels with her on many times when Adam was doing the call-in show on Up and Adam. Shout out to him, shout out to Jason. Um when he was doing his call-in show and I was on it, I was on there with Philly Diva a lot. I consider her one of my YouTube homegirls in these streets. Okay. And when I saw that, I reached out to her on Twitter or something. All of the accounts I had before I don't have now. I have all brand new social media, so I would have to go back and find all of them again. Philly Diva, if you see this, reach out to me. I love you dearly. When I saw that, that was I recorded a. In fact, this is something nobody knows. When that whole thing happened with Philly Diva and with Diana Jenkins, I recorded a video about that. That I recorded a whole video about it, and I was gonna make that my return to YouTube. But the things that I said in that video, I would regret if I posted it now. Just like the video that I made. In fact, no, I don't regret anything I said about Jenny Wynn in that video where I cussed her ass out for 30 minutes straight. I don't regret anything I say about that. I still stand by every single word I say, every single word I said in that video because I've watched that video again recently to make sure. But in the video that I recorded to Diana Jenkins about Philly Diva, I took my response to that way too far. And I said some things that I would have regretted saying had I posted that video. Um, Miss Jones, what happened was um there was some posts going on about the book and stuff and all the stuff that Diana Jenkins has going on in her past or whatever, blah blah blah. And Philly Diva made a comment on her post or whatever. She made a post or whatever, blah blah blah. She commented on her post. But basically, long story short, Diana Jenkins said in reference to Philly Diva, "Oh, it must be nice being a black content creator, or it can't be nice being a black content creator." Because Philly Diva said something to her to the knowledge of like as a content creator, blah 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 blah. But like you can go back and look that up for yourself. I believe that Up and Adam covered it on his channel in detail, but if not, I believe that Kempire has too, because I've seen her on his channel as well. But she basically said all of this crazy shit to Philly Diva, and it became like a thing. Like it became a thing on the internet for a little bit or whatever. And I reached out to her. I extended my love. That was when I had my old accounts or whatever. I've made all new accounts since then, specifically for the projects that I'm working on that I have coming up. They're not my personal social medias. They're more so for the things that I have coming up, and they're specifically for my project that I'm working on. But um, I recorded a video in defense of Philly Diva because I what I know of Philly Diva is she is an amazing person. She's an amazing mom. She's an amazing woman. She's not a vicious person. She's not somebody who's gonna get online just to attack people. She's not in these YouTube streets just reading people going off. She's not one of the trolls who's gonna just say any old thing and just comment some hateful shit to your page. She's not that type of woman. She's not that type of girl. She is a woman who is raising a daughter. She is a strong black woman who is raising a strong black daughter. And not to even categorize it under her being a strong black woman, but at the end of the day, she is a woman who has more moral character than to say anything to warrant any type of hate. So I made a video in defense of her because I know her well enough to feel the need to defend her. So if anybody watching this knows how to get in touch with her, if Philly Diva, if you see this, your damn self, I love you. And I will always ride for you, girl. The reason I didn't put that video out is because I didn't feel like that would have been an accurate defense of the person I thought you were, or that I think you are, rather. I don't think that me coming on and attacking Diana the way that I attacked her in that video would have been a good representation of the person that you are. So I decided to not put out that video because even though that video was in defense of you, I don't think you would have been proud of my delivery in that video. I don't think you would have been proud of anything I said. I don't think you would have agreed with some of the things that I said in that video. And I don't agree with some of the things that I said. So it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And I'm taking the opportunity to say something about it right now. But yeah, yeah. Like, I don't, that's one thing. Like, if anybody knows me, they know I don't play about my friends, play about people who, even if we not close or whatever, blah, 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 I'm still gonna ride for you or whatever, da, 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 da. Like, if we in good standing, then we in good standing. I'll ride with you till the wheels fall off. You, do you get me? So, Philly ain't never done nothing to me. So, right. Yes, Miss Jones. That was the Philly Diva. That was the Philly. Yes, that was her. That was her. And I just, mm-mm, I'll never get over that. So I went into this season not liking Diana, and then everything she's done after that has just made it even worse for me. I have a Zoom meeting now, and I'm heading to see you. Hey, man, thank you so much, baby. Glad you stopped by. I'll be back. You can come back and see me again, babe. But yeah, yeah, man. I'm finna hop off of here. I'm finna go get something to eat. I'm hungry again. I ate right before I came on here, but I'm finna eat again because I'm hungry. Um, but yeah, I appreciate y'all being here. Y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all want to talk about next time. Um, I'm sure there's more that we're gonna have to talk about. Um, Nini's lawsuit, I'm sure, all that stuff. But I may come back on here later for a little bit, but if not, I'll be back on here tomorrow. So I appreciate all of y'all for being here. Thank you so much. If you like the video, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all of the YouTube things, the things. And I appreciate y'all for being here. Y'all let me know what y'all want to talk about. Let me know if there's any type of specific, shows you want me to watch. We got to talk about Married to Medicine. Oh yes, we got to talk about Married to Medicine because Dr. Contessa, I got some for your ass too. But I'm finna go because I'm hungry and I can hear my own stomach growling and y'all can probably hear my dog snoring on this floor. So I'll holler at y'all later. I love every single one of y'all from the bottom of my green heart emoji. And y'all be easy, be safe, be good.